That's right. You know what that sound means. How are we looking today? Hold on. Let's get all set. I got to get all ready for you guys. Now I'm ready. Okay. Are we looking? Well, let's get all the colors because I wore this. Right there it is. Red, white, and blue. You know what time it is. It's July 4th. It's the Steve Squared version of an explosive show for you today. Really excited. Boy, oh boy, we got a lot of stuff. Did you like that? I got a new... Remember my blurps? I always used to have those fun blurps. Well, I lost them recently, so I got some new... these are new drops, but they're not set. I'm going to share the show, but hold on one second because I got a little technical issue. I'm getting feedback. Don't go anywhere. Okay, that should be better. Should we start the music again? Sorry. Anyway, welcome to the July 4th version of the Steve Squared Show. I'm your host, Funny Man Stevie K. And yes, it is July 3rd. I know it's not the 4th yet. It's July 4th Eve. It's the birthday eve of America. So happy early birthday, USA. I'm all ready. You see, I'm wearing a little red, white, and blue. Here we go. Woo-hoo! I got the flag going. How's that going? Look at this. Look at this. Okay. There we go. So we got into the patriotic spirit. There's only one thing missing from the Steve Squared Show. I mean, in Americana, what do we celebrate? Almost 250 years. We're coming up on the 250-year anniversary, birthday of the Declaration of Independence, the freedom of America. And what better way to celebrate it than inhaling and ingesting sodium nitrate-filled hot dogs under an oppressive, humid heat near a beach surrounded by people wearing next to no clothing. That's the way to celebrate America, baby. And that, my friends, will be available on the station, the channel that is going quickly under and bankrupt. You know it, I know it. ESPN is the last one to know it. And that's why they're televising cornhole events, because they are scrounging, my friends. And we will get into that momentarily. But, all right, so I gave you some of the fanfare, right? I gave you a little bit of that. Oh, sure, birthday, you like that? Oh, boy, anyway. That's better. An elephant just got loose. We're running a zoo here during the show. Say hi to my co-host today, Kermit, looking beautiful. Oh, as always. Kermit's ready for the July 4th. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited. I got so much to tell you. But first, besides, what do we love as Americans? We love, I already said, eating hot dogs, sweating, and what else do we love? We love fireworks. Anything that blows up or explodes is exciting for us. We enjoy it. So I'm just a vessel for your entertainment. I'm here to give you what you Americans need. So I have a Celsius can with a straw. I'm going to use that as my own bottle rocket. I'm going to set off my Celsius can right here for you, live on the Steve Squared Show. Are you ready? We're going to do this now. You think I'm joking? I'm going to set off a bottle rocket right here. We go. Oh! Oh, no. Come on. You have no faith in me. You think I would do away with a perfectly good Celsius? A proud non-sponsor of the Steve Squared Show? You don't know me after all these years. Delicious. Boy, it was a hot, hazy, humid day today. Hot, hazy, and humid. The three H's. Speaking of which, we have lost a staple, an icon of meteorology, of the weather. Dr. Frank Field. He made it to 100 years old, and he had just passed away a couple of days ago. Let me see what I have here. I have a good picture of Frank here. Let's see if we have a picture of Dr. Frank Field. Maybe I don't. You'd think I would prepare better for this show. I'm going to find you Frank Field. Hold on. I know I have a picture of Frank. I think this is it right here. There he is. You see, nobody trusts me. There he is. This is back in the 50s. Dr. Meteorologist Frank Field. Can you see him? You see what that says? There's fog over Long Island. You remember? There's no fronts, there's no green screens, no AI, no digital backdrops, just Dr. Frank Field and a map that says fog over Long Island. The way weather should be. You open up the window, fog. The fog is rolling in. And then Americans were left to their own Vesputes to navigate the day. You wear a coat if it's chilly. You don't know. They try to give you so much now. It's too much, right? And they're usually wrong anyway, right? It was supposed to rain. It's beautiful outside. I mean, you have a 50-50 chance What's wrong with you people? Anyway, you know, some interesting facts about Frank Field, Dr. Frank Field, and I think his son is also, sure, we know his son is Stormfield, right? His son Storm, that's a great name. Stormfield, you got to become a weatherman with that name, right? What are you going to become? What are you going to become? You going to work at Target with that name? No. So that picture was actually in 1976 at NBC Studios. He was such a favorite of Johnny Carson that when Johnny asked him and had it set with NBC that when Ed McMahon could not be there for any of the various reasons, usually alcohol, Frank Field would step in. So very interesting, and NBC Studios didn't want that, but Johnny ran the show by then. I mean, he was the man. So what he said went. So after Frank Field signed off from the 11 o'clock to 11:30 spot of the weather, that's when news was a half hour. Everything you got in 30 minutes, right? Now, 24 hours a day, they can talk about weather for 24 hours a day. It's very annoying. You remember the old adage, no news is good news? They should bring that back. It's too much news. I'm feeling very philosophical after finishing. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It took me 2.5 months, much to the chagrin, I know. My mom and dad are fast readers. They could blow out a book in like 2 weeks. Not me. But I finished the Jewel book. I'm very excited. And she is always about... There's a better picture. It's a little glary. She's so about meditative principles, philosophy, happiness, how she found trueness. She's got a community of people that share ideas and thoughts and trying to find that elusive light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm not talking about the glare of the train coming towards you while you're on the tracks. I'm talking about, that side where you feel some happiness, some, real satisfaction where you're not that constant. She always talks about that. So she created a Jewel community. There's something sad about coming to the end of a good book, right? It's like you look and you're like, you enjoy when you go to read that book. It's fun. And now you're down to the last 5 pages and then you're reading them slow. And then you're down to the acknowledgments and the credits. And then it's over when you start reading who gets copyright credits for the pictures. Then you just got to let it go and say, it's over. I'm going to find another book. But I was so moved and so inspired by Jewel's journey, not just in music, but in her journey as a philanthropic individual, and all the work she does. Started a Clean Water Act. Everything she does is just, I'm a big fan. And I really don't like anybody. But she's just real genuine. I tried. And this is what makes me so wonderful. Unlike the Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank. Because I can find something all over the place. And it wasn't... I'll bring it up to you. I'll get your thoughts. So anyway, I'm really having a good time with this. So I joined the Jewel community to share thoughts, ideas, get people's perspectives, other creative artists, things they're going through. It's a whole real kumbaya thing. I said, I'm not about that. Let me see what this is all about. So I get an email from Jewel. It's from the site. It says, "Hello, Stephen. And welcome to the Jewel community. We just wanted to welcome you and let you know that July is Minority Mental Health Month." So wait a minute. So right away, it's July is Minority Mental Health Month. So that means I, at best, have to wait till August to have a nervous breakdown. Nobody cares about my mental health this month. Now I have to wait 30 days to go insane. What if I have a breakdown? Nobody cares because it's not my month. I didn't know there were specific months that you can go insane. Come on, Jewel, you're better than that. I think for mental health, it's got to be a level playing field. I understand. We get it. But I mean, nobody can plan when they're going to go insane, Jewel. It just happens. It could happen right here on the Steve Squared Show. I mean, for goodness sake, I almost lit a Celsius. Now I got to wait till August. At best, I don't even know whose month it's going to be in August. It could be somebody else that is allowed to go insane. Anyway, I'll try to keep it together until it's my month. Good book, though. I really suggest it. Jewel, Never Broken. Songs are only half the story. So she has this other half of the story. I tell you, another artist that I found also had enormous obstacles and odds to overcome. I'm really loving these rags to riches stories is Shania Twain. And, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. Sometimes I'm whining. But Shania Twain also, she's from Canada, but she, not that has anything to do with the price of beans, other than them giving us a lot of smoke. Thank you, Canada. We don't, other than maple syrup, they've given us smoke and maple syrup. So, good for Canada. But that's where Shania Twain is from, and, Shania Twain is a great artist, of course. Huge, put country music in the pop scene on the map. It wasn't just country and then pop. She blended the two. So, but she had a really horrific, horrible story too. It was terrible. Everybody has. So I was thinking I need more horror in my life to achieve something. I don't think I got to find something more. There has to be something. So when it's my time, I have a great story to tell. But I will tell you a really good story. Put the Jewel book down. Me and my dad finally finished, you guessed it, the deck. Oh, you better believe it. So we did all the sawing, all the drilling. I saw a bee. And after I whined to my dad, I wanted to get this done. The deck is ready for July 4th. That was my goal. I wanted this deck to be ready for July 4th, for a big July 4th Fandango fiesta. Big party. Big celebratory welcome to, I believe this is going to be the 248th, because we're 23. No, this is probably 247. 247 years old, and America has never looked better. I mean, gorgeous. Maybe could lose a little weight, but when you get older, that happens. I mean, 247 years old, you're going to let yourself go a little bit. So what I say to America is I say this. I know tomorrow is a big day to inhale hot dogs, especially for Joey Chestnut and Miko Susie. She's the female champion. Joey Chestnut is the Italian champion. He's the male champion. And they will have this. So what happens is you get 10 minutes. Let me see. First of all, I digress, because look at this. Let me show you there is a Long Islander, not in the hot dog eating contest. Look at this guy. Look at this fella. He used to be in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. But apparently this gentleman from Long Island, Eric Badlands Booker, he is in the lemonade contest where you have to chug a gallon of lemonade. Last year he did it in a winning 22 seconds. Fantastic. Dare to dream. He had previous years entered the hot dog eating contest and thought this was a better pivot in his eating and drinking career, was to move, after you've, he finished second actually in the hot dog eating contest. Nobody's beaten Joey Chestnut. This guy trains like an animal. He trains harder than the Olympians. He is eating all year round and vomiting, no doubt. Boy, I'd love to know his cholesterol levels. But anyway, they write a little thing here. It says, doctors say there's no problem. Okay. Here's the problem. So it's Nathan's sugar-free lemonade. Very good. So this guy, let me tell you, this is the problem with America. And again, 247 years old, you only have a couple of issues that I have with you. This guy Booker, Badlands Chugs, he goes under the YouTube channel Badland Chugs, where he has all these videos, and he talks about, oh, look at this, we have a call-in. We're going to get to this in a minute. Hold on, let me answer this. We're going to set up this call. We have a call, but hold on. I'm going to connect this call. Hold on, folks. We have a surprise call-in. I forgot the most important part of this fiasco. I gotta, of course, put my Bluetooth on. And ladies and gentlemen, why is it still not connected? It's trying to. Everybody just stand by, because we're trying to connect here. Oh, there we go. We should be connected. And let's see if this puts... Oh, we are. And ladies and gentlemen, live from an unknown disclosure, who do we have on the line?
Martin, it's all psychological. You yell barracuda, everybody says, huh? What? You yell shark, we've got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mayor Vaughn joining us.
I don't know about you, Chief. You don't go in the water at all, do you?
It's, what is it? It's, well, Martin never goes in the water. What is it? Drowning. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my better half, the other slice of the pie, Mr. Steve M. What's up, buddy?
Now look, fellas, let's be reasonable, huh? This is not the time or the place to perform some sort of half-ass autopsy on the fish.
Now,
I'm not going to stand here and see that thing cut open and see that little Kinter boy spill out all over the dock.
Steve's doing his July 4th Jaws for us. Now, Steve, I'm going to ask you a favor. You're coming in a little low. I have the volume up.
Want me to talk louder?
Could you?
I'm doing my one-man show.
I know, but that's why I don't want anybody. I don't want anybody to miss it. So give me a little more volume if you could. If you could.
Oh, I'm trying as much as I can.
Yeah, it's a little low.
Any louder?
That's a little better. Because I have you on speaker. Steve is in an unload, and we're actually going to get maybe even a call from Jeff. Jeff was going to call in. He had seen the Indiana Jones movie. Was going to give us his take on the Indy movie. Did you see it yet?
No.
You know, did you? I don't know. Well, you're a big Indiana Jones guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Everybody, who doesn't love Indiana Jones? And I'm hoping, is Short Round going to be in this one?
I'm pretty sure he's not.
Oh, I was hoping. Now what? Now his name is Ki. What's his name? Ki Hyun Kwan.
I think that's it.
Yeah, he's obviously, we love him. We talked about him before. Great actor. He was in that Anything Everything show. He was on Steve's show. He was on Steve's radio show. Everything and Anything. So
nobody's going in.
Nobody. Big July 4th. I'm very excited for the hot dog eating contest. Are you laying odds on Joey Chestnut?
How can you not bet on Joey Chestnut?
I think Joey's a winner. I think he's got all. He's in the best shape of his career. He looks amazing. I'm going with, he's ripped. You know, there's a guy from Long Island. Did you know there's a lemonade drinking contest?
I did not know that.
Yeah, this guy from Long Island, Badlands Booker, and this is what I was talking about. So this guy, he's from Long Island. Eric Badlands Booker has a YouTube channel. It's called Badlands Chugs. He's got 754 videos, and listen to this, Steve. He's got 3.45 million subscribers to watch him guzzle down lemonade. This is the problem with America and the world as we know it. I can't get 11 people to watch me. This guy is inhaling God knows how many grams of sugar, and people want to see this. Good for him.
Of course.
Do you know this? It says here the song "Altitude Compensation" by Ali and Fila.
I'm not aware of that.
Oh, he played this song while he drinks. I don't know. It's a signature song that he plays while he drinks his signature lemonade gallon. He drinks a gallon of lemonade, and his record has been 22 seconds last year.
That's something.
It's fantastic.
That's fantastic.
They should put that in the. I'm still waiting for them to put this in the Olympics.
Well, I know you're still waiting to get on the curling team.
The curling I still have hope of that, but I want to see hot dog eating. I want to see hot dog eating around the world. We have a staple on this. Americans always know how to eat hot dogs, but I want to see the other countries. I want Joey to go out there and see if he can win us a gold.
I think you could do it.
Y'all know me. Now I earn a living. Nobody knows how I earn a living, actually. So, hey, Steve, you must know this. When was the first Nathan's hot dog eating contest?
I don't know.
Now, I'm going to give you a hint. Not the first official. Not the one that we know today, but the really, really first where they competed, like they had a contest.
I'll say 1905.
Steve says 1905. He's close. It was 1916.
Oh.
And, then 1972 was the first official. And like I said, ESPN actually, I didn't even know this, but ESPN, in addition with all their firings, they actually let go Joey Chestnut. And then they realized he's not an employee.
Well, I'm going to miss Van Gundy's commentary.
I'm very upset about this. Yes, he's got no lower abs. He cannot finish this. So ESPN has cleaned house. They're going to have one. They said right now they're having one person that's going to do all the events. They're just going to have one person. He's going to do everything. They're going to have that, the one guy that does baseball, cornhole, everything. It's just going to be. They feel like they can cut corners and keep the lights on for another week until they go under. Good for ESPN.
That's not ESPN's fault. That's
Well,
the parent company's
yes,
fault.
it's
Walt
Disney.
Has been laying off.
I get it.
Thousands of people.
But I'm no fan of ESPN either, so let's be honest. Which is Loomis, Disney. So everybody got the axe over there. But here's the more important thing, Steve. More important than that. Did you hear? I just said this earlier. We were talking about Dr. Frank Field.
Yes.
Did you hear about his passing?
I know, 100 years old.
100 years old. He just passed away. And they said he passed away. It was a cloudy day.
Jack LaLanne never even made it to 100.
Jack had a lot of other issues. Jack didn't need to make it to. You know what? He had nothing more to prove. That's why. Don't ever attack Jack on this show.
And Dr. Frank.
What happened?
Dr. Frank lived in Massapequa for a long time.
That's right, and I told this other anecdote, which you might know. Not only, well, first of all, Frank started his life where he grew up in Brownsville. Brownsville, Brooklyn, where actually, I've had family there. And actually, I think maybe my dad was there. And then Massapequa, so there's that lineage. He followed almost the same path as my family. Well, then my family was in Canarsie and Brooklyn, different parts. But he also jumped in and filled in for Ed McMahon on The Tonight Show sometimes. Johnny loved Frank Field so much.
He didn't fill in for Ed, but he was a guest.
Well, he did. He said Johnny had odds with the studio, and I was reading the whole story. He said the studio didn't want it, but Johnny said he liked him so much that when Ed was indisposed. he had Frank come
I
in
don't
and
know if that's totally true.
well, that's the story.
Dr. Frank was on a lot because Johnny would make fun of him.
Yeah, but they were good friends. They were really they were really good.
They ended up to be very friendly.
Yeah, they were really. Johnny loved Frank, and Frank loved Johnny, and Johnny and Frankie and Johnny. Turned into a great movie.
Didn't you do Frankie and Johnny?
Didn't who do Frankie and Johnny?
Didn't you do a tour of Frankie and Johnny?
I thought they both did.
In the Claire de Lune.
They did. Now, also, this was pretty interesting. I was, in the hot dog eating contest, they were talking about condiments, and you were allowed to use ketchup, mustard, whatever you want, but the contestants were not. Most of them don't use mustard or ketchup.
No.
So Heinz just came out with a thing, and it asked people, do you keep ketchup refrigerated or room temperature? What should you do? People were very confused. Are you allowed to keep... Where should ketchup be stored?
Refrigerated after opening.
That's what they said. Heinz came out with a statement and said... Because a lot of people said they don't like cold ketchup.
I don't mind it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't really have ketchup on anything, but...
I know you don't.
Yeah.
God, you don't... What do you have?
It's true. Even ketchup has been crossed off my list. Even the harmless that could do nothing wrong ketchup has been stricken.
Yeah, I just thinking about you because, watching your favorite show, The Foods That Made America.
Yes.
And, Steve would love this. And he's probably so interested, but he would never, none of this food would ever pass through his virgin lips.
Shut up! Do it!
So, you can tell I have new blurbs today.
Yesterday they were doing the Willy Wonka candy.
The Willy Wonka what?
Candies.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've seen all of those. I was disappointed because I was hoping for a new episode last night, Sunday night, and they did not have a new one. So I was a little disappointed. Yeah, they didn't. The last new one was the supermarkets, with Kroger and who discovered supermarkets. So I want to give some information. I know this is a bad time of year for pets. Dogs especially get very nervous. Yes, they do. Dogs get very nervous with fireworks. Now hold on, Jeff is calling. I got to bring him in. Hold on, I don't know. This is just don't go anywhere. I got to hold. I got to accept. I got to merge the calls. Did I merge them? I think I did. Now let me speaker it. Let me A9 it. Let me blurb it. And let me test it. So, do we have Steve? Are you there?
I'm there.
Jeff, are you there?
Yes, sir.
I don't need Tony. This is how I know how to run a show. People think I need Tony to press buttons. I could press buttons with the best of them. Hey, Jeff, happy early July 4th.
Yes, happy 4th of July, Frank.
I'm very excited. Do you know this is America's 247th birthday?
Not a day over 205.
I thought so. I said, sometimes it's a little bit around the midsection, but America has never looked better.
Yep.
Maybe
slow, but going strong.
They could lighten up on the carbs and maybe go out for a run, but just things like that to stay in shape. Want to make it to 250 now. That's going to be a big one, 250.
Oh yeah.
I hope we make it. So Jeff, before I get you in, I was just saying something about fireworks and pets. So I have some suggestions for those of you at home that have a dog that might get scared from fireworks. Yeah. So basically what you can do, there's a couple of suggestions. One is to have your dog put down... No, I'm just kidding. It's terrible. I'm sorry.
You had to go.
I was thinking about it all the way up until it came out of my mouth. I'm sorry. I love, me. Nobody loves dogs more. I actually saw a nice dog today when I went to train Adam. I saw Baxter. But what you could do, some people, chamomile or lavender is very calming and soothing to your pet. Also, they say there's a new CBD oil for dogs. And of course, the Thunder Vest. I'm sure you've all seen that on commercials, the Thunder Vest.
Oh, yeah.
I actually wear that during fireworks.
Yeah.
That's calmed me down under many of circumstances. Steve, now, did your dog used to get a little upset during the fireworks season?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
She did, right?
Yeah.
And what did you do? Anything like keeping her in a room with air conditioning or something like TV?
Yeah, you try to keep her calm.
Yeah. Jeff, did you ever have a pet?
I've not had a dog in, I don't know, God, 25 something years.
Wow.
So long time.
Now, Jeff, before I get to the big crux of, I'm very interested to hear your take on Indy. I thought, Steve, you might be interested in this, and let me show a picture anyway. I'm kind of excited. I'm holding up a picture. This is a great shot of 1979 Linda Ronstadt singing on the Midnight Special. And Bert Sugarman is releasing them on the YouTube channel, a whole new array of, did you hear about this, Steve?
No.
There's a whole new thing. He's releasing a whole new encyclopedia of unseen episodes, and he's putting together this whole thing. It's going to be on YouTube streaming of the Midnight Special.
That's fantastic.
He held on to it all these years. He never sold it. He's got all the rights and everything. My mom must have known this because she always makes a comment when the Dodgers are playing that Mary Hart sits in the Dodger games, right?
Yeah, that crazy woman sits right behind home plate.
Right. So she's married to Bert Sugarman?
Yes, she is.
They said that. I was so shocked. I didn't know that.
Well, they've been married for years.
Right. I didn't even know he was still alive.
Yes, he is.
So they talk about how they are doing this and how it was really interesting, but they're going to be releasing it episodes each week on the YouTube streaming. It's the Midnight Special shows. So that should be pretty neat. They're going to have Fleetwood Mac, unseen footage of them, all of them. Oh, they have, hold on, let me see who they have here. There's a lot of them. It says Sugarman transferred the 2-inch tape masters to 1-inch later technology then to digital files, keeping them in pristine condition. It is fantastic. He's made the clips available to the artist, but now he's putting them on a YouTube channel.
That's great.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that would be pretty cool.
Why is this a good thing?
That was a cool show. I thought that was a great vehicle for a lot of artists to, and Wolfman Jack. Did you ever watch the Midnight Special, Jeff?
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard? Get out of here.
Never heard of it.
Jeff, you're a huge music guy.
Never heard it. I heard of Solid Gold, but not that.
Wow. I'm shocked.
Oh, wow.
I'm a little Jeff, are you kidding? He's kidding.
Yes, he is. He's a... No.
Wait, what?
I've never heard of it.
I know you're not telling the truth.
I've never...
Seriously? Wolfman Jack!
I know who Wolfman Jack is.
Are you sure?
Send him the clip. You need to send him the...
I'm gonna have to send you some. I don't even believe you know who Wolfman Jack is. I'm thinking you're thinking Wolfman Jack was in the Abbott and Costello meets Wolfman Jack, which is, by the way, going to be released on YouTube Red.
Yeah.
The unseen episodes of Wolfman Jack and Abbott meets Abbott and Costello. Anyway, so Jeff, you went to see Indy. What did you think?
I saw it twice. It's great. I love it.
You love it? Okay, so...
Oh, wow. Great. It is everything I expected from an Indiana Jones film. It's a great end to the series. It's the third best out of the 5. They did it so good. I'm going to go see it again this week.
Get out of here. 3 times?
I will see it the third time.
In 1 week?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, how was Harrison Ford? Did he bring it?
He brought it. He played Indiana Jones perfectly.
Wow.
They did this so well. It was written so good. The effects were great. It looks like an old school Indiana Jones film. It fits in perfectly with the first two movies.
That's really cool. I'm a little
It
surprised.
was great.
I'm a little surprised because they had said, what did they say? They had said that it received lukewarm box office results.
Oh, but everything is receiving lukewarm box office results.
True.
Everything. Except maybe that stupid Elementals thing for kids.
Elemental is not receiving lukewarm. Elemental's off the charts.
You show me any other film outside of a kids movie that's not receiving lukewarm reviews.
I'll tell you one right now. About Sebastian Maniscalco's About My Father.
Oh God! Oh God! See that? That was awful. Talk about that.
That's gonna get many Oscar nominations.
I love Maniscalco stand up, but this movie just bombed so bad.
What are you gonna do? It's no Green Book.
And no hard feelings. I don't care what you say, Steve. No hard feelings is good.
Well, I can't say because I haven't seen it. So
You have to see it.
yeah,
It's
I
fun.
can't. I have no. I'm just saying it looked a little corny, but you know.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. No, I trust you. You're always.
Indiana Jones. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, you were all in on this. This was now. What is the rest of the cast?
What's in Phoebe Waller-Bridge plays alongside Harrison Ford. Karen Allen makes an appearance.
Oh,
It's good.
I love that.
Matt Mickelson, he's the villain of the film.
Oh, that sounds like a Nazi to me.
Yeah, he does play a Nazi.
Of course. What would it
Of course, gotta have Nazis in a Harrison Ford. He's got to be chasing Nazis.
Indiana Jones has to go out fighting the Nazis.
Well, who else did he ever fight was Nazis? Unless there was some Indians in India he fought. But
No, he fought against the Kali cult.
that's true. Wow, Jeff, you're really locked in on this. So,
He fought against the Russians in Crystal Skull.
That's right.
oh boy,
But hey,
I met my match here.
The Nazis, he goes out fighting them right there. Yep.
Now, let me ask you. You said this was the third best of the five.
Yep.
What is your favorite in the franchise?
Raiders of the Lost Ark is always going to be my favorite.
The first one?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Raiders always gonna be my
I go,
favorite.
yeah.
Crusade, I love Last Crusade. Raiders of the Lost Ark is just perfect.
I go back and forth. I mean, I like Temple of Doom too, but wait, the first one with Karen Allen is great. It just starts it off. It's just great.
I love Karen Allen though. I love that.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, she made that first
And
one.
It's a shame you don't get to see her that much. Of course, when an actress, actors get old, they seem to still get work. Actresses, it's a shame they just
Right. Although Karen Allen was fantastic in The Perfect Storm.
Yeah.
She was really. I enjoyed her in Truth alongside Bill Murray.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
she was great in that. And it's funny because she's in these parts, and you're like, oh, Karen Allen was in that. She was in that. And no, she's
even Animal House. She wasn't
Yes.
a huge part, but she was great.
right.
Yeah.
No, she's always. We love Karen Allen. So that's my. I think we all agree. Yeah, the first one is the best one. But the Crusade's a good one too. And so maybe but how long was this last one? I heard it was pretty long.
It's about 2.5 hours, I think.
2.5 hours. Well, I guess that's what these big blockbuster movies are now.
But you know what? It goes by fast.
Oh wow.
Not fast enough.
It goes by fast.
Scusi.
I'm sorry, I'm trying out my new blurps. I'm very excited. I finally had to get rid of, Steve, the old blurps with my wrong and all the things. For some reason, the blurp app has been taken off. Something happened. With the functionality of the app, it's no longer usable.
The Blurb app?
It's called Blurps, BLERP, and I used to make those drops or those sound effects. It was an app, and you could do, it had famous people from movies. It was great. Like, what I have now is just sound effects. It's not, I like the ones where you got movie quotes and you'd have Arnold, Rocky, you know, it was a lot of, not this.
Come on. Shut up. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. I know, that's like a weak Arnold, right?
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. So, I just found out. Do you know, are you guys going to there's the fireworks show tomorrow night at Eisenhower Park.
I'll be working.
You'll be working. It's at Eisenhower Park. So they say parking will start. The show is at 7:30 tomorrow, or 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Parking starts at 6 a.m. in the morning. And
Aren't they offering shuttles?
they'll be offering, they didn't say anything about shuttles, but I think you take your risk in your own hands to go to one of these things. That's what's so sad.
Getting there at 6 a.m.
No, I'm kidding. But that's the sad part, because whether it's the air show or any of these, Jones Beach fireworks show, you don't go because you're stuck. It's too hard.
Yes.
It's just too hard. It's not worth it. And that's sad, because I would like to see a fireworks show. I don't mind. Or something, but you just don't want to deal with all of it.
Of course not.
I mean, who wants to sit in traffic for 4 hours on the Wanto Parkway? It says, experts say to keep pets calm. I needed an expert to tell me that.
Wow. Shocking.
It says, experts say dogs can become quite incensed.
Shut up.
They can get a little crazy. Long Beach is also doing a show, but the big one is going to be, look at this. So tomorrow night at Jones Beach, a 25-minute pyrotechnic display will blast off at Jones Beach at 9:30.
Exciting.
Now, let me ask both of you. Say yes or no. Are they letting cars in for free, or are they charging?
It's charging.
Do it.
You were both correct. They are charging $10 per car.
Wait, you really think they're going to let that revenue get away? It's 4th of July.
So listen to this.
The biggest day of the year.
It's the biggest day of the year. It's they're gonna.
I'm surprised it's only $10.
I am surprised. That's not a lot of money to see someone blow their hand off. So here we go. There's 31 competitors tomorrow. They are right now probably resting, meditating, I'm sure, thinking about it, imagining it, visualizing it. Because what's going to have to be is Joey Chestnut last year won his 15th by eating 63 hot dogs and buns. You got to eat the bun.
Ugh.
I would put relish on it myself, but
You do what they do. They don't dip relish in. They dip it in water.
I know. But I would like a little relish.
I know you've been thinking of doing this as your next attempt at...
Well, I think so because, right, I've done the marathon, I've done bodybuilding shows, I've written books, I've toured the country, I've done everything somebody could do except for this. This is my next white whale, is to beat Joey Chestnut. And Steve, I would like you by my side when I hoist that giant hot dog trophy. Now, it says here, the winners get, do you know the winners get money?
I would think they would.
Guess how much? Take a guess how much the winners get.
10 grand.
Come on.
Yes. Steve gets it right on the nose. 10 grand for the winners.
That was a guess.
10 grand.
I was sure it was going to be more than that.
No, $10,000. You think for inhaling 10,000 calories worth of hot dogs?
Steve, it's 4th of July. Mayor Vaughn would say it's the biggest day of the year.
It is the biggest day of the year. May the 4th be with you. Sorry.
July 4th.
I know. Indiana Jones took in $60 million this weekend, with Across the Spider-Verse coming in second at $11 million. Elemental only did $11 million.
Ugh.
And Asteroid City, Steve.
We need to see that.
I know. Guess how much they took in?
10?
Three.
10 million?
$3 million.
It's a,
I know.
It's not a, you don't go to the movie, the people aren't going to go to movie theaters to see a Wes Anderson movie anymore.
I know.
It's
I
would.
I would. It's off the beaten path, of course. It's all, but I don't go by that ananyway.
It's quirky.
It's quirky, and that's me. I am quirky.
You are. That's what makes you so wonderful.
I am just like Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank. Oh, this is great. I wanted you guys to hear this. This is perfect. There's a Dear Amy I picked out especially for you guys. All right? This is Dear Amy. It says, 4 months before my daughter's wedding. 4 months before my daughter's wedding. All right?
Man.
I'm sorry. I'm taking time. Sorry. I didn't mean to hit that. Okay. 4 months before my daughter's wedding, she told me that her uncle would make her feel unsafe if he came as a guest. So right away I'm thinking unsafe. Like, what did this guy do to her? You right away start thinking bad. But it says it's really politically driven. He's a conservative, she's a progressive, and she doesn't want his views surrounding her wedding. So she said the mother wrote her brother, the uncle, a nice note that he would not be welcome at the wedding. And it said he did not respond or attend. Afterward, I sent him a card and pictures, and he did not respond. It says another problem is that Dave has not sent my daughter a wedding gift. And she said Dave has given other family members in excess of $1,000 at other events. So she said, how can I tell my brother he's being petty and have him send my daughter her due of $1,000 gift?
Her due.
So these stupid people not only disinvited their uncle/brother because of his political views, but then they want to charge him the normal gift fee that he has given to other events.
Wow. Oh boy.
What's wrong with people? So at least Dear Amy blasted into him. She said, "You are a coddler. You both are ridiculous." She really went into it. I won't get into it, but she tore them a new one.
Wow.
Everybody is in on this new pickleball trend. Even Orlin and Cohen.
No.
The shoulder specialists. Now, we know Orlin and Cohen, they do well. They take care of most people on the joint issues around the country. And, well, Long Island and New York. But that wasn't enough. They had to run a full-page ad that if you have pickleball shoulder, yes, pickleball shoulder, you want to go to Orlin and Cohen. And I'm not lying. I'm holding it up right now. Hold on. I don't know if you recognize the pickleball player. It's actually a figure. But it says, last rally, put your shoulder in a pickle.
I don't know.
Have either of you two played pickleball yet?
I get to it. I have no idea what the hell it is.
I don't have to ask Jeff. Jeff will play pickleball the day he watches the midnight special.
Well, he doesn't know the midnight special. You think he's going to know pickleball?
Jeff.
What the hell is pickleball?
Well, Jeff.
It sounds stupid.
You spend way too much time watching Indiana Jones movies. I have to say, you got to watch a little midnight special. I won't tell you to go play pickleball. I won't. But I would say watch a little midnight special.
It's a sport. You can't tell me it's a sport. No way.
Pickleball, yeah, it's pretty active. It's active. It's like squash. It's on a tennis court like, but it's smaller. You got to watch some of them. It's pretty cool. I watched some of the videos, and they are pretty active. It's whatever. But I'm thinking, what bands would Jeff like on the midnight special, Steve?
Well, I mean, everyone's been on.
But I mean, like, his wheelhouse is like a little bit metal, like Judas. Was there ever a Judas Priest, or was there ever?
Kiss has been there.
Well, you're not a Kiss guy, are you, Jeff?
Oh yeah, look.
Okay.
I like a lot of. I like a lot of music from the 50s, 60s, 70s. I like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so I'm surprised you would have loved the Midnight Special. You'll have to, YouTube when we get off. YouTube a couple of
I
episodes.
mean, yes, everyone was on there. The Bee Gees,
Yeah.
Ray Charles,
Fleetwood Mac.
Johnny Winter, Doobie Brothers, Loggins and Messina, Tom Jones. I mean, just so many people. The Great Lou Rawls. I know Steve would appreciate the Great Lou Rawls.
Oh, sure.
Steely Dan. Ugh.
Jeff loves Steely Dan.
ELO. Come on, you gotta love ELO.
Wilson Pitt.
Let me some ELO. Hell yeah.
Oh, and they even had comedians. They had Steve Martin and Richard Pryor were on. George Carlin.
They would have stand-up.
They'd have stand-up. Oh, Steve, here's some of the lineup. They're going to have Tina Turner, Led Zeppelin, Aretha Franklin, Kiss, Johnny Cash, Sly and the Family Stone, and that's not the new Stallone podcast with his daughters. ELO,
Right?
Heart, the Spinners.
Right?
So they even have King Dolly Parton. They have King
Croce.
Crumbs. They have anybody. All kinds of music.
Journey.
Yeah. Steve Perry, come on, Jeff.
Oh, come on.
Don't stop.
I cannot. I'm telling you, when I think of Screaming for Vengeance, I hear the voice of Steve Perry. There's Screaming for Vengeance right there.
That is true. That is true. And it's funny, they're actually you know how the Barbie movie's coming out, right? The Barbie movie starring Margot Robbie.
Yes.
So of course HGTV and television has to jump on this bandwagon. And so what do? HGTV is running a reality Barbie house. It's like a fixer-up house where it's pink and it's a Barbie thing, so it's going to be on HGTV. It's like a reality. It's like House Fixer-Uppers, but a Barbie house.
It's like they did what they did with the Brady house. They're doing a Barbie house.
They're doing a Barbie house. So it's just. Answer me this. You guys would know this. Obviously, the indie movie comes out. Who is buying or making that decision that when the movie comes out, all of a sudden, they're showing the other indie movies on either TBS or HBO. They're all over the different channels. Who's buying that time, or who's programming that and making that decision where on every channel is an indie movie?
Well, the truth is, Disney Plus has them all.
Right. Okay, that's what I figured. I mean, because it's like that with most movies, right? When there's
I think TNT might have the broadcast rights, the cable rights.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Is Ted Turner still around?
He's not running things. He's not mentally, I think, there anymore.
Well, that's okay because he can join the Jewel community. I'm part of it. Did I tell you? I don't think you guys were on. I'm part of the Jewel community.
I think we talked about this last week, Steve.
I'm all in.
Oh, God.
Steve is...
We missed this, Jeff. Come on.
Do I
want to know the answer to that question?
No, I just...
watch the Midnight Special while Steve talks about Jewel.
You know what? Unlike the studio, all I have to do is press one button. I'll get rid of the both of you. And I'll call up Jewel right now. I have free. It says for $99 a day, I have free access to talk to Jewel. She can help me with my problems with a song. She'll sing me one of her songs, and it'll make the day okay.
You can play those dopey drop-ins while you're at it. There you go.
You know what? I've had enough of both of your sarcastic, indignity. I let you wax on poetically as Mayor Vaughn when you came on the show. Anger.
I love Mayor Vaughn. We both love Mayor Vaughn.
I love Mayor Vaughn, of course. Jeff, do you even know who Mayor Vaughn is?
I have no idea.
Have you ever heard of a little movie? Have you ever heard of a little movie called Jaws?
Of Amity? Oh, Jaws. Yes.
Jeff goes, I've never seen Jaws. What are you talking about?
Jaws. What the hell is that? Jaws, what's that?
What's that? You know, a little shark movie.
Yes. Oh, was that anything like Orca?
Orca was terrible. Orca was so bad. You know, they had it on the other day. It was so bad. I think Bo Derek was in that.
She might have been.
That was the only reason I watched it. Oh, I got a couple of interesting Long Island facts that came across my Instagram. Listen to this, boys. It says, on Long Island, more 7-Eleven coffee is purchased on Long Island than the whole state of California.
Wow.
So it's more 7-Eleven coffee is purchased on Long Island than in the whole state of California. It's unbelievable.
Chocolate.
I was the mayor of California. I had a little boy like Danny DeVito. So, and then, here's another one. Nassau County, this can't be right, is ranked the safest county in America.
That might be true.
Is that possible? I guess they're not including Wyandanch. Well, that's Suffolk.
No, Wyandanch is in Suffolk.
That's right. I'm sorry. Well, I'm thinking of Newcastle. That's what I meant to say.
Newcastle's in Nassau County.
That's right. I guess they leave those towns out. That's pretty good. Nassau County, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking to move and raise a family, what better place than drinking coffee at 7-Eleven in Nassau County? And finally, Syosset School District spends the most money in the country per student.
Wow. Yay!
That's a little fun facts for Long Island.
Hey, Steve, I was at your favorite library the other day. I need to make a copy.
Yes.
And I was in the Funny Man Stevie K memorial computer room, as they name it now.
Oh.
And I heard some music, some loud music in the other room.
Oh. That must have been was that the Harmonica Club?
I don't think it was harmonicas.
Oh, because it could have been the jam session. Now, while you bring that up, that's a good, if anybody's watching and wants to see some live bad music, really bad people that have no musical talent, you want to go, I believe they'll be at the Bar Harbor Library on a Wednesday night in a couple of weeks. I'll get a date for you. And they're going to be performing. It's a jam session. I was left out. I thought I was going to be in this. Lee asked me, and then he never followed up. So he said, "I'll maybe next time." You know you know how many times I've heard that at auditions? Maybe next time. Do you know when this Jewel book was due?
1998.
I'm 2 years overdue with reading this book. No, June 24th. June 24th. So I hope nobody from the library, other than my sister, is watching this show. Wink, wink. Speaking of wink.
But all those fees have been waived.
That's true. I waive all.
What is this?
I don't know.
Shut up. Yeah, this is like a different show from the one I was on last week. It's like.
It is a different show because we're not in the studio.
These new sounds are disturbing.
I'm sorry. I don't
have to discuss this on next week's show.
All right, I'll get rid of these. I'm just trying something.
That's all right, but I need to be there with you.
Wait, listen to this one. Tell me if you can recognize this sound.
That's you throwing a bagel at a poor guy.
I knew you were going to say that. That is correct. Steve will never let me. He gets on me for repeating Jewel, but Steve has so often referenced that bagel incident. He'll never let me. I've done community service hours to fix that. I've done Toys for Tots. I've done so much work to get past that moment in my life. And Steve won't let me move on in my life.
But let's not never forget when Steve threw the wrapped Otis Spunkmeyer bagel at some poor guy. censoring me now with the loud.
I am censoring you. Well,
You threw a bagel at somebody?
you know what? First of all, you can't really hurt somebody with a bagel. That Otis Spud mic,
Fresh at least?
it was not. It was hard as a rock.
In Steve's defense, and I do pick on him a lot about this.
Thank you.
Steve was carb depleted, and he was. There weren't too many people he was nice to at that moment.
Not too many, but I'll tell you what. If I would have read this Jewel book back then, I would have been a different person. I would have been a
I'm still
lot.
trying to figure out what that has to do with what.
It has nothing to do with it. It was right in front of me. But if I would have read, no, I really suggest everybody reading this Jewel book. That's the last time I'm going to mention it, and that's it.
Until next week.
Until next week, when I forget. But, Steve, we got to pick a date. Adam is bearing down hard on me to get to see Eisenhower. We have to see Ike. I have to drag you with me, or else it's one of the two of you. One of the two of you has to see Eisenhower. And Jeff said under no unmitigating circumstances he would not walk into either Manhattan or to see Eisenhower. Jeff said, absolutely not. Do you know, Jeff, have you ever flown?
No.
No. Steve, did you know that? Jeff has never flown.
Jeff has never been on an airplane?
I have never been 100 yards in front of an airplane.
He doesn't even know what the midnight special is.
That's why, because that's where they show the midnight special is usually on the air flights.
Possibly.
So
You'll never catch me in an airplane, ever.
And
how do you feel about snakes?
I've never been near one.
I mean, seriously, I can see why you like these movies. You're as quirky as Indy.
that is true.
Probably won't be fond of snakes either.
Well,
I would be.
you are a snake charmer, both of you. All right, it's 7:34. I'm sure Tony and Mike are having a conniption over by the studio. They're probably not. They're not even watching. No, they don't know what's happening. But Mike does. Mike is very good. I have to give a shout out to Mike. He does a lot of the tech stuff for us, IT stuff. He's really good. Mike is a good guy. He always texts me back like within 5 seconds if I have an issue. And I've reached out to him for issues other than the show, like production. I've told him when I've been depressed and sad, and he'll get right back to me.
So he's your therapist.
He's fantastic. It's unbelievable. He's amazing. So anyway, Steve and Jeff, thank you both for spending some time with me. Is it hot out there tonight, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It is humid today, hot. It has all the elements for a explosion going on for tomorrow. Because you have...
what I think, Steve?
What's going to happen, Steve?
The night is moist.
It is moist. And it's sultry, it's moist, and I'll tell you what, Long Island is a powder keg. And tomorrow, that powder keg is going to explode. And it's going to explode Coney Island. Steve, we should go to Coney Island. I love being skin to skin, no clothes. Everybody's standing there watching people eat hot dogs under an oppressive hot heat. You want to do that?
It's absolutely gut-wrenching.
It's going to be riveting. And I'm going to be locked in to see if Joey Chestnut can pull in number 16th victory.
No, it's not.
All right, I won't want you. Why would I listen to you, Jeff? You don't even know what television is. Jeff doesn't even own a TV. Jeff lives out in the... Jeff, I'm not listening to Jeff. That's it.
There ain't nothing riveting about a hot dog contest.
Maybe I should run one on the Steve Squared Show one day. Steve, should I do that next week?
What's that?
Like an eating contest. What should we have? You know what? Maybe I love raisins. Maybe I could have a raisin eating contest.
Oh.
Something healthy.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
All right, fine. That's it. I'm done. Anyway, thank you, boys, for jumping in. Have a happy and safe 4th of July.
You too now.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. Thank you, Jets.
Enjoy.
Steve, I'll call you back.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
Bye.
Later, boys. Bye. So, yes, that was Steve and Jeff. We'll thank them. Of course, we'll say thank you. I'm running overtime for Kermit for spending some time. This is the long edition of the Steve Squared Show. I'll give another wave to the flag. For tomorrow is July 4th, and I can't believe nobody liked my my blurps or whatever. So anyway, thank you so much for spending your Monday evening with us. Have, again, for all of you, the squares out there, have a safe. Don't be, I'll say this last thing. I'm so mad because the fireworks are insane. The people in your neighborhood, they're throwing them. They sound like they're in your home. Where is the authorities to take care of this? I make a rolling right on red. I got the SWAT team pulling me over. People are throwing M80s at houses. Nobody cares. That's just wrong. Let's go. Get on top of these people. It's not right. And they're scaring the poor dogs. I am an advocate of the dog. I'm a friend to the dog. And I'm a friend to you. So I want you all to have a safe, healthy, happy July 4th. Spend it with friends and family. And we will see you back in the studio next Monday night, 6:30. Check out my Instagram, Stephen R. Kaminsky. We'll have, hopefully, lots of fun stuff for you. A little bit of dumbbells I always like to give a shout-out to. And for all of us, myself, Kermit, Steve, and Jeff, I'm Funny Man Stevie K saying have a wonderful week. Happy July 4th. Happy birthday, America. We'll see you next week. Signing off.